After 4 months in Mexico, 3 days in LA, and another 6 months in Mexico, we're finally going back to Germany. I never fully unpacked. I didn't know we would stay that long. This workout shirt was a gift from Joss. We haven't done any workout in the last 2 months.
I'm nervous and I have douchebag.
We both were pretty nervous, because until recently, partners of unmarried couples were not allowed to travel to Europe, which meant Joss wasn't able to enter Germany. But now this changed, and so a few weeks ago we booked the flight. So until now, everything went smoothly. We're here and everybody keeps their distance, which is awesome. And at the check-in, she didn't even have to touch our phones or passports, we only had to show it.
Yes.
And that was enough.
The only problem is my belly.
Mine too, a little bit. Not as bad as yours.
You think it's because we're nervous?
Yeah.
There's 9 hours until our next flight and we didn't want to spend it at the airport with our masks choking us and surrounded by people, so thankfully and luckily this hotel had some space for an early check-in and now we're here. We're gonna be here for the next couple of hours enjoying life until everything becomes hell again in that stupid mask.
Yeah. One thing I can recommend to everyone is bubblegum. Not necessarily this one, but any bubblegum. After breathing into my mask for 8 hours, I think I would pass out before I reach Germany.
Ew.
And even worse than that is if you burp into your mask. Yummy! The hair.
Ew, maybe we shouldn't eat that.
We've been resting or sleeping for 1 hour now. Now we're gonna go to the airport because yesterday we just tried to do the check-in online. I'm checked in, Joss is not. So tomorrow at the airport in Mexico City, Joss and I have to go to someone from Lufthansa and ask what's up with that.
Step number 1 is done. I was able to do the check-in. I have my boarding pass. And now we're gonna go back to the hotel to wait a bit longer because the flight is not going until like 4 hours from now. It's such a weirdo, dude.
We just got back from the airport and Joss was able to do the check-in and she needed to show already a few documents.
Should I show them my documents?
Yeah, let's go through them. Now we're gonna go through the list of documents that Joss brought. We don't know if we need all of them, but this is what we got.
Yeah.
First one, health insurance.
Check.
Official announcement that unmarried couples can travel to Germany.
Check in Spanish and English.
An invitation letter from me.
Einladung des Partners.
Declaration of relationship.
Check in German and in English.
Nice. A copy of my passport or ID.
Check. I have a cool copy and a crappy copy that came out too dark.
Proof that we're a couple. In this category are, for example, boarding passes from previous flights.
Check. I have like 5.
Photos of us in Germany.
Check.
Insurance together. Now this doesn't apply to all of you, but it applies to us because she has been living in Germany before.
Yeah. Check. I think I have to have Versicherung.
Registration in Munich from when we lived together.
I have the Anmeldung in Hamburg and I have my enrollment from TUM. And I also have my Aufenthaltstitel from when I was in Germany.
And then lastly, passport with stamps.
Check. I have 2 passports, my old one and this one, and in both they have something in Germany.
Alright.
Right now when we did the checking, they didn't care about anything. They just wanted to see the declaration of relationship and I think that was enough for them. So hopefully it's the same in Frankfurt. Frankfurt.
And now I'm gonna keep eating my taco. I still have 1 taco. Let me show you something really disgusting. This is toothpaste, so Joss and I can brush our teeth before we leave.
Because we stink.
And the toothpaste is right next to chicken.
That's so disgusting.
Also, always good on a trip like this, it's a little bit of workout in between.
You're gonna break your pants, dude. With that big butt of yours.
Big butt?
Oh my god.
We're at the airport, we went through security, the gate was full of people, so we went here, and here is literally nobody. We're all by ourselves. So now we have 40 minutes left until boarding. Until then we're gonna stay here. Sana distancia!
Weirdo.
We were able to change seats because we got seats where you couldn't put the armrest up. We didn't want that, so we went back to the check-in.
And now we have a full row of 4 seats just for ourselves.
Nice.
So I'm gonna lay there and Yannick is gonna sit down.
I don't think so.
You don't fit there anyways, you're too big.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna need all 4 seats. So you gotta move. I realized in those masks, it's really hard to see our emotions. So from now on, every time I laugh, I'm like, this is surprised.
Oh my god.
This is in love.
And this is cringe.
The flight was not as empty as we hoped, but also not crazy full. And to our surprise, we saw a lot of couples and people that wanted to be with their partners.
Boarding is completed, all doors in flight.
Oh, boarding is completed. We met 2 subscribers that are flying on the same flight as us. How crazy is that? Such a crazy coincidence. One of them is German and one of them is Mexican.
Before flying, we were wondering if food would be served on the airplane. Well, yes. And for that, everybody took their mask off. In Frankfurt, and now let's see if we're getting through the border control.
Yes.
So I made it into Germany, and Joss. Yay!
I'm here.
She's here.
It was nerve-wracking, y'all.
It didn't go as smooth as I thought it would go.
Yeah, me neither. Should we talk about it?
Let's talk about it. So this guy at the border security was asking a lot of questions.
He was not friendly at all. He wasn't smiling, not even a little bit.
His face was just stone.
Yeah, and he somehow thought I wanted to move to Germany.
First question was, so you live here in Germany? We said, no, she's just visiting. And then later, so you want to move here?
I'm like, no, I don't.
She lives in Mexico.
And then I had to give him my entire package of documents. And online, I saw that here in Frankfurt, most people, they just check 1 or 2 things and they move on. For me, dude, he was reading every single thing. He was looking at every photo. He just said, Yeah, kind of like, I guess I have to let you pass.
Nothing I can do.
Yeah, he couldn't find anything. But I think what threw him off was that I lived in Germany before.
Maybe. Yeah.
But even though he wasn't that nice, he wasn't that mean.
He was just
It was just a little bit like, oh, why do you think I want to move here?
Now we're going to Hamburg, and in Hamburg we have to take our test.
I'm just gonna go all the way to our brain with a stick. Oh.
See you there.
I heard you say you found the story all tucked away in the back of the room. Been lost for years, far away from the glory, in the midst of our day-to-day routine, in the corner of our minds.
So guys, we've been here in quarantine for a couple of days now. Our test results came back and we are both negative.
Yeah!
Yay!
Yay!
Tomorrow we're gonna have our second test, because then it has been 5 days. Because honestly, the chances are so low that we were already sick in Mexico because we never went out. So the only way where we could have gotten the virus is on the plane.
Maybe that's why the rule is gonna change, because until now you could just come to Germany, get a test at the airport right away, and then if it was negative, then you could move on with your life.
Starting on the 1st of October, travelers have to go into quarantine right away, and then after 5 days, they can make the test.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do.
Although we already had the first test.
It's confusing.
It's not that confusing, dude.
We're taking 2 tests, that's it. That's everything you need to know.
So if you're coming to Germany soon to visit your honey bunny, then make sure to bring as many documents as possible. But if you've lived in Germany before, make sure that they understand that you don't want to move here.
Yeah, not like me. If you have any questions about it, then we're gonna leave a link in the description down below. You can go to that Facebook group and they are helping everyone. They're super nice. If you wanna see how I spent my first day in Germany, I was vlogging on my channel, so check it out there, or there, I don't know.
Heather? Or Heather? There or Heather? Also, it's in Spanish.
Yeah, it's in Spanish, but it has subtitles in English. Subscribe to our channel if you're not already.
And we'll see you next week. Adios, muchachos.
Cheers!